My legacy is not over. Whatever I have to do for the legacy, that still includes my entire family, is still not over. My son is looking. My daughter's looking. My lady is looking. Everybody's looking now.
Who is Kelvin Fashion? He didn't keep his word on that. He'd rather spend that money on his side chick. He bought her a Ferrari as a push present, but that car, according to the Daily Mail, got repossessed the day after Wendy announced the divorce. You know you can't afford those types of toys, Kev. Y'all, karma did not skip a beat when it comes to Kevin Hunter. If we thought his $250 million lawsuit getting thrown out by the court is bad enough, baby, he is now in heavy debt, and now loan sharks are trying to find him. But where is Kevin? We all know that Sharona has already broken up with him and moved her broke ass back to her mom's place. Kevin really planned his life thinking that Wendy was going to be an eternal piggy bank, and now he is out here hiring. And with Wendy finally washing his hands off her for good, Kevin has no choice but to pack it up since the loan sharks aren't wasting any more time asking for their money back. Kevin has always been in some hot mess, but with this one, Wendy must be laughing at him hard.
I don't recommend that you work with your husband because I made him my manager, and then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day.
Ever since the Wendy Williams show was placed under guardianship in 2023, Kevin has reportedly been complaining about how broke he is and how he can no longer afford the lifestyle he once had. He said, "I have fallen behind on most of my bills and credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement." However, it wasn't the show itself that stopped the payments. It was Wendy's guardian who paused his alimony, as outlined in their settlement terms. The court ultimately sided with Wendy on this matter, pointing out that their agreement included a clause stating that once she stopped working on the show, his payouts would also stop. While Kevin was still hoping to win in court, Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, filed another lawsuit against him, demanding the return of $112,000 that had previously been paid out. After realizing that pursuing alimony claims kept getting rejected, Kevin attempted to overturn the divorce settlement altogether, claiming Wendy had hidden $48 million in assets. The court, however, denied his claim, noting he was already with Sharona at the time. Instead of finding stable work, Kevin filed a $250 million lawsuit against Wendy's guardians and court officials, arguing that the guardianship was being used to control Wendy unfairly and that her assets were being mismanaged. He also pushed for a new guardian and a forensic audit of her finances.
Has filed a $260 million lawsuit claiming that Wendy is being held against her will in an illegal guardianship, has caused all sorts of financial and emotional damage. Problem is, he's divorced from her, and she doesn't like her much.
No, it was not a great divorce.
She didn't like him much.
And even though she's had to pay him out a whole lot of money over a lot of years, she doesn't want him a part of this, and you know this straight from the source.
Well, I know it straight from the source because before I talked to the source, meaning Wendy, it was just apparent to me. I mean, he's filing this as Kevin Hunter, her friend. I mean, when does a friend have standing to file a 200? She had no idea about this lawsuit.
Now, don't get it twisted. Kevin wasn't suddenly doing any of this because he magically developed concern for Wendy Williams. According to the narrative circulating online and in various reports, his interest in the new guardianship situation and forensic accounting was widely seen as strategic rather than emotional. Many observers believe he was looking for any possible financial angle that could still benefit him. However, Wendy reportedly made her position very clear. She did not want Kevin involved in her life in any way, shape, or form, especially when it came to her finances. She also made it known that she wanted no contact or influence from him moving forward. That boundary became even more firm as her legal guardianship structure took over management of her affairs, effectively shutting down any opportunity for outside interference. As more details surfaced, a different picture of Kevin's financial situation began to emerge. Reports suggest that he had already gone through a significant portion of his savings, allegedly spending large amounts on maintaining an expensive lifestyle. This included luxury purchases and support tied to his relationship with Sharona, including cars, jewelry, and other high-cost expenses. For years, Kevin reportedly operated under the assumption that Wendy's income would remain a consistent financial safety net. That belief may have contributed to a lack of long-term planning or alternative income strategy. According to commentary surrounding the situation, there was no solid backup plan or stable career foundation in place to support his lifestyle independently. When that financial support reportedly stopped or decreased, the consequences became immediate. Despite ongoing legal battles and attempts to regain financial stability through the courts, the outcomes did not go in his favor. Instead, his financial situation continued to decline while legal expenses and obligations increased. As pressure mounted, reports indicate that he began losing assets. Vehicles were allegedly sold, and maintaining property became increasingly difficult. Eventually, even his home reportedly had to be sold due to mounting financial strain and inability to cover ongoing costs like mortgage payments, taxes, and maintenance. At the same time, his personal relationship also reportedly suffered. Sources claim that Sharona eventually left the situation and moved back to her family home. While personal relationships are complex and not fully public, the timing of her departure was widely linked to the financial instability surrounding Kevin at the time. One of the more frequently mentioned financial disputes involved UBS Bank. According to reports, Kevin had opened a credit line in 2014 and initially maintained regular payments. However, once his financial circumstances changed and payments allegedly stopped, the account fell into default. The bank reportedly issued warnings, which were not resolved. Eventually, legal action was taken. The bank is said to have filed a lawsuit seeking damages of at least $20,176, along with additional costs such as legal fees. In cases like this, courts may also allow interest to accumulate, increasing the total amount owed over time. In addition to bank debt, another company called FlexWealth reportedly pursued repayment for loans tied to luxury vehicle purchases. These obligations added further financial pressure, especially as income sources reportedly became limited and inconsistent. Meanwhile, Kevin's housing situation reportedly became unsustainable. The costs of maintaining his home eventually outweighed his ability to pay, leading to the property being sold. However, even after the sale, reports suggest that the proceeds were not enough to fully cover his outstanding debts, leaving a significant financial gap. Another layer of complexity came from claims that Kevin had borrowed money from private or informal lenders. These types of loans often carry high interest rates and strict repayment conditions. While details are not fully confirmed publicly, commentary suggests that these obligations further intensified his financial struggles. As legal judgments accumulated, some creditors reportedly secured default rulings, allowing debts to continue growing with interest. This type of financial pressure can become increasingly difficult to escape, especially without stable income or assets. During this time, Kevin's public presence also began to fade. Observers noted that he significantly reduced or completely removed his activity from social media platforms. His absence from public view led to speculation about his current situation and whereabouts. Some reports suggest that this withdrawal was intentional, possibly to avoid attention from creditors, legal processes, or media scrutiny. Regardless of the reason, his disappearance from the public eye only fueled more speculation online. At the same time, there has been ongoing discussion about whether bankruptcy could be a potential solution. Bankruptcy can provide legal relief by restructuring or discharging certain debts under court supervision, but it also has long-term financial consequences. Whether Kevin will pursue this option remains uncertain, but it is frequently mentioned as a possible outcome given the scale of reported debt. Public reaction to the situation has been intense, with many online commenters framing it as a consequence of past decisions and lifestyle choices. Some believe it reflects poor financial planning and reliance on unstable income sources, while others see it as a broader cautionary tale about financial dependency and legal disputes. However, it is also important to recognize that much of what is being discussed comes from public commentary and media reporting, and not all details are independently verified. Financial and legal cases like this often involve complex agreements and private proceedings that are not fully visible to the public. Throughout all of this, Wendy Williams has largely remained separate from Kevin's financial struggles. Reports indicate she has focused on her health, legal guardianship arrangement, and personal well-being without publicly engaging in his ongoing legal or financial issues. As for Kevin, the overall picture being presented is one of financial strain, legal pressure, and increasing isolation from his former lifestyle. Whether this situation stabilizes through restructuring, bankruptcy, or other legal resolutions remains to be seen. What is clear is that the story continues to evolve, and public interest remains high as people follow what happens next in this unfolding situation.